Hey, how you all going?
Hi.
Hi.
Let me video on.
Where? Hold up.
You gates, Linda?
My camera is not
Had a nice day.
showing up.
Hi,
You okay?
Oh,
Nick so schlecht.
oh, it moved. I got it.
Oh, chilly.
All right. Come on.
You can try some.
You right, Jules? Hi, TJ.
Hey,
Hi, Gary. Dominica, you all right, dog? Hey, Amber. How you
Hi.
doing? I hope you've left something in the tank from that video you sent earlier.
I will see. You'll know why. If I don't do well.
That looked very good. How long have you had access to that, Amber?
Have you had
How long have you had access to that for?
I can. It is my dad's bike.
Yeah.
They brought it over to me. So it has been around, but I have not used it until Friday.
Oh, well, that's great. Amber sent me a video of oh, Mary's with us. She was on, I think they're called an Airdyne bike.
Yeah.
Stationary bicycle.
What is so funny? My
Yeah.
dad had one in the 80s. We used to play on it, so I am familiar
Yeah.
with the bike.
Well,
Oh, hard though.
let me just share this. Where are we?
Oh no. Ah,
Where's screen share? The only green button there. There we go. There we go.
oh wow. Yeah.
Ah.
Nice bit of
Can you
contralateral
believe
coordination.
it? Hmm.
if you want to, because the benefit for your legs.
Chelsea shared with me during the week as well. Hang on, just let me turn this off at my end. She was on a stationary bicycle as well. I just, I might as well just sort of throw it out there, my thinking around this.
Well,
It's great for
yeah.
establishing the coordination to be able to do it. That's fine. Especially if you've got the Airdyne arms going as well. I think that's got a lot to offer.
I always move my arms like this on my
Yeah.
stationary bike.
Yeah. Bit of langlaufen.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't use it for let's say fitness training. I think it will deliver some coordination skills to you, which is good. It can also get the blood pumping as well, which is good. But you don't want to overfill that bucket because it's just going to draw from the energy that you can put into other tasks. You know, there's always a danger. There's so many, universally accepted truths that come over from the normal world of training, and they're accepted truths, but they're absolute nonsense. Anything going towards the some's good, more's better way of thinking, and it's exercise in flexion as well. And we already spend too much time of our day in flexion. So for the stationary bikes, which I think people are often attracted to because it's exercise and exercise is great in it. Well, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, it's certainly a very positive for Amber at the minute. And especially if you can get to the point, Amber, where you can self-stabilize on there. I saw Mike was giving you some assistance. So
I know, but he said that I think he did not have to do much.
Yeah, he was just there as safety.
Good. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
even better then, you know. Right, so before we get into it, any questions about anything? Anyone would like to share with the group?
About the stationary bike, maybe? I don't use it that much anymore, but at the beginning I couldn't stand or walk at all. And I used it a lot, but for me it was important to keep my balance and to get the attention that I use the left leg as the right leg. Because it was
Absolutely.
really, yeah, because I had more power in the right leg. I always concentrated on getting it fluid, so it helped me a lot.
Yeah, and I think it's great for that, for developing coordinated movement, magic.
Yeah.
But if once you've established that, or even more so, if your intention is to go on there and just work up a sweat, I think your energies could be better directed.
No, I didn't do that, but I also had that my knee always wanted to go to the middle. So concentrating on straight legs and the power equally divided. Yeah, that was good.
Well, of course, you've gone on to have the great success story with your trike, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to nicer weather.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm planning to do some groceries with the thing this year.
Yeah.
Hope it works out.
Nothing like a reason to move.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's magic. Yeah. And if there's nothing further, we can begin. I was going to do a bit of breathing first, and I was going to do the controlled out breath. I think all or nearly all of you will have done it before, so we'll have a previous time to go to. If we will follow the usual routine of I will put the timer on the screen, which looks like it's stayed at exactly the same value from the last time we did this. Just 1 second. All right, so get yourselves in a comfortable position, but a comfortable one that will most lend itself to relaxed abdominal breathing.
Get yourself in a good position. You want a pillow? Want to be on your side or your back?
Yeah, I think that's a good shout, that Gary. I think lying down is often the best, because you won't have any compressive pressure on your abdomen, so you'll be able to fill it, and then you'll also be relaxed, and then you can control that out breath. My advocated strategy is to make a noise as you release the air, because that will make you more aware of the rate at which you're releasing, and as to whether you can slow that down even further. So, Domenica, just for you, because I don't think you're on our breathing charts yet. It's just a timed out breath, which everyone have established times previously, and just trying to encourage some diaphragmatic control. Yeah. So, right, guys. Sorry, go on.
Have you talked to them about tongue position?
No. Please do so. Please do so, Domenica.
So just a quick 2 cents. One of the things that really can facilitate better 3D, relaxed abdominal breathing is ensuring that the tongue is in the correct position. And 2 quick checks. One works better for some people, one works better for others, is if you swallow, notice where your tongue goes. If you're not quite sure, make the sound N. So if you do one of those 2 things, can anybody chime in and tell me where they notice their tongue goes?
Where's it go? To the right.
Exactly.
To the
Yeah, so it's it's going to go gently kind of to the roof of your mouth, just behind your front teeth. And this is kind of an ideal tongue position for relaxed abdominal breathing. It actually does impact diaphragm movement. So one of the things to just check in on whenever you're going to do a breathing exercise, notice where your tongue is, do either the quick swallow or make that N sound to get it there, and then continue your breathing from there, nice and relaxed, mouth closed.
All right, then, everyone, I will give you a 10-second countdown, but I'll be doing this myself as well. So after the 5, you'll just get a go. So get yourself relaxed. Ten seconds starting now. 5 to go. And go. Wow. That was a good effort, Tom. All right. Mary still doing a thing? No, have you yeah, you finished? Excellent. Rightio. And I'll start off with mine, which was a shocking performance. I'm gonna cling to the fact trying to start the give you the countdown disrupted my pattern. I was on 41 seconds, which my previous ones were 1 minute 1 and then 1 minute 15. So that's significantly down for me. Amber, what was yours?
I was 32 again. This
32?
tongue thing threw me off.
Amber,
I get better in one something, and then I messed up.
Well, I wouldn't complain about that, Amber. That's a personal best. Your recorded times previously 25, 26, 29, 30, 30. So 32 is a previous best. Well done.
Okay. Okay.
Jules?
52.
Sorry, mate.
52.
52. Let's see.
Good.
Oh, mate, yeah, that's a real big improvement. 14, 20, 34, 52. Consistent progress as well. Good to see, mate.
I did it with Corey and Chelsea, and I think I was 51. So that's
Yeah.
today.
Well, even more so consistent improvement, mate. Yeah. Tom, what were you, mate?
When I looked up, it was 106, although I was still breathing in when you said go. So maybe 104, 105.
Anything round about the minute mark is a grand performance, mate. I'll put 104. Previous bests were 110 and 115, though your previous time was 59, so still good. Mary, I think this will be your first, won't it?
Yeah, is that a count of the out breath or?
Yeah.
Okay, so I wasn't doing that. I
Oh.
was just breathing. whole time. So
That's a
no,
fair one. At least you know for next time.
yeah.
TJ,
58.
58.
Yes.
Excellent, mate.
Wow.
Really good. Previous scores,
Mhm.
22, 40, 49, 58. That's great going.
Mhm.
Where's Gary? There he is.
There you go.
Hi, guys. What you do, mate?
Righty.
44.
44. Excellent, mate. That's an awesome improvement. 12, 12, 20, and 44. You're getting
Nice.
some diaphragmatic control, bud.
Lay down.
Dominica, did you join in?
I did.
What did you register, Dom?
48.
48. That's a good entry. Rightio. Now, hopefully we've got into our diaphragmatic breathing and we can use this now. And we'll go into the, if you can do the rolling suite. And then I'll try and work a little bit with Mary. If everyone can go through the rolling suite. And then if I'm still working with Mary, you can go into the breathsel. Right, Mary, we're going to do our rolling. So we're going to start from lying on our front. And then that's it. Get into the, if you can come up into the Sphinx position, that's right. And thread one arm through, whichever one you want. Thread it through. That's excellent. All the way through so your shoulders on the floor. That's it. Then turn your head and reach with that left arm. That's it. Look over that left shoulder. Keep. Whoa, 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 whoa. Go back to the start. You've got to leave those hips where they are. So arm through and onto the shoulder. Now pause. Big breath in. And then on your out breath, I want you to turn and look over the shoulder. And then I want you to reach with the elbow. Reach with the elbow from that position. Turn the head, look over the shoulder more. Keep looking over the shoulder. Reach with the arm, and you can straighten the arm out over there. And you're going to roll over. Keep turning the head. There you go. Yes. Much better. Now, do you see, you lifted your leg a little so that it would finish in that position. If you didn't lift it, it would have actually stayed crossed over. And that's usually a great sign that you've done the roll correctly. So you would have done it correctly if you didn't sort of lift your leg over, but leave the legs out of it. And, you don't have to finish in a tidy position. So that's it. And then reach with that elbow, turn the head. Not bad, although you did use a little bit of momentum, but that's nitpicking. Everything else was great. So let's go the other way. That's it. Now turn the head and look, turn the head and look. That's it. And notice a little that you're reaching up. Don't reach up, reach out. Because the longer the lever you get working with gravity, the more that's going to pull you over. So that's it. Just thread through. Now keep turning that head over that shoulder. Look over the shoulder. Look, keep looking, keep looking. Keep looking and reach with the arm. You're reaching up. Everything's there for you now, Mary. If you just have a little look at me, I will let you know what you need to do. So everything's starting out great. You come here and then you go there. And then you keep reaching up a little bit like as if it's the Turkish get-up. Once you're here, you want to bring the arm over there. Now you're going to be looking in that direction as well, because as soon as the arm gets past the midline, gravity is trying to pull that arm down. And so gravity will do the roll for you. Just go like that. And you'll just flop over. So You did all the hard stuff really good there, Mary. And it's as long as you reach over, either with that elbow and or then the straight arm, you'll be grand. And slow it right down. Look over that shoulder. Keep looking and reach. Reach under the bed. Reach under the bed. Yeah, you're getting there, Mary. And then we can do the same with the legs. So the arms, do the same thing again. Thread the arm. Thread the arm under. That's it. Now bend that knee. Now lift the knee up. Lift the knee up. And find the floor with that foot. Yes. Now straighten that leg. Push the leg out. Push the leg out. Push it out. That's it. Brilliant. That's good enough first time, that, Mary. Now let's go the other way. You're all over this, Mary, doll. How does that feel?
Well, I didn't do the leg part.
Well, it all look pretty good from here. And what you've got to remember is what we're after is this twist right up the spine. So if you're leading with the lower half wants to finish the roll before the top half. If you're going with the top half wants to finish the roll before the bottom. That's it, fine. Yeah. Now, the more you can slow it down, the better, because I think you lack a little bit of confidence that you can do it correctly. So you're throwing some momentum into it. You don't need to. You've got great mobility, Mary. You'll easily be able to do this without momentum. So if you just slow it right down, and what your movement brain will detect that if you go slow, the only way you can complete it is by using the limbs, which is what you're supposed to be doing. So just slow that right down again. So thread an arm under. Now lift that knee up. Whoa, which way are you going? Yeah. Now, want you to, yeah. Now, what I would like you to do, the next time you do this, when you touch down with the foot, I want you to pause. And I don't want the top half of the body to complete the roll. When that foot touches down and you pause, I want the shoulders still to be in that start position. Pause. And now straighten that leg to finish the roll. Push that left leg out. Yes. That's how we want you to complete it. Now, I think we'll have one go at going from your back. And if we don't get it right first time, we'll use a pillow underneath. And I'm sure you will. So if you flip over onto your back. We'll start with your legs first. So arms overhead. Now feet and knees together. Now flex that left leg at the hip and bend at the knee. That's it. Now, I want you to keep that knee at that 90 degrees to the body and take it over as far as you can to your right-hand side. Keep it flexed at the hip. Now keep it flexed at the hip and find the floor with the foot. Now I want you to, that's it, turn those hips over, get those hips turned. That's it. Get the foot on the floor and push that foot. Yes. Excellent, Mary. There you go. Well done.
Thank you.
That's really good. And we'll, if you keep working on the first ones we did, so you get it nice and consistent and smooth. And you've also proven that you can also now do it in the flexion roll, which is from your back. And onward and upward, Mary. Have you any questions on that?
No, thank you.
Rightio. Did everyone go into the breath zone?
Yes.
Yeah, well, good effort then. Right. Go, and unless, Dominica, unless you want to raise that on the crawling. Sorry, on the rolling.
I think overall it looked like rolling was going very smoothly.
Excellent. Okay, we're going to go on to the suspended spine and a crawling pattern. And for Gary and TJ, I would like you to do, and we're going to go through one at a time. I'd like you to do the raised paw. And we'll cycle through some reps of that. And then once we're happy that we're competent in that, and only if we're happy that we're competent in that, we'll try some baby crawling. So for the raised paw, get into the position correctly. One arm, two arms. Knee comes high. Knee under the hips, elbows stay down. Other knee gets brought under. Now this is an important one, because otherwise, if you get complacent or sloppy here, you end up spoiling the ship, for want of a lick of time. Go one hand under the shoulder, other hand under the shoulder. And then there you see you're getting a good, consistent quadruped position. So for the raised paw, what we're after, on an in-breath, now, if doing it dynamic is difficult, it's leg. And then if you feel stable enough, you can do what they call the empty step. Release the weight from the hand that you're going to move. And then bring it up. If you feel you're fighting for stability, take the hand down, flop to the other side. And then we'll have a crawling pattern from everybody else. So, TJ, we'll come to you first, mate. Is there anything about that you want me to go over it again, or wasn't particularly clear? Or are you cool in the gang with that, mate? Nice, TJ. Discipline with that is great, mate. Right. Get your hands a little bit further forward. I'm only nitpicking because the extra stability will help you out in the next phase. Get that lumbar curve, mate, and just cycle a few breaths in that position first.
Can you get a little more weight over your right knee?
Now, I think, and only if it does make you more comfortable and stable, mate, if you can tuck your toes under. That's it. And I would suggest starting this one, moving your right leg first. So remember the empty step. Have the weight off it first. And if you're happy, then just push that out to the back. Keep your shoulders over your hands, mate. On an in-breath.
Breathe.
Now just bring that knee back, mate. And we'll just do the leg for now. That was really good, mate. Really good. Don't push it out quite as far. You sort of overreached there. And to get that extra inch, you move the torso back a little. And that left you a little bit unsupported. But get the feel of it, mate. And then when you get it right, you'll get the feel right. And then you know it's the feeling that you need to reproduce. So let's go with that left leg. On an in-breath, head up, mate, head up. Looking forward. Unlucky, mate, unlucky. I think the shoes are a double-sided or a double-edged blade, aren't they? You can be really helpful in some circumstances, and I think on this one, it offers a little bit of friction challenge when you're pushing the foot out, doesn't it? Maybe pop them back on when we do the squat later, mate.
You want socks or bare feet?
Really good, though, the way you smoothly change position on the floor, though, mate. That's nice to see. Yes, that's good awareness, that, TJ. Elbow under the shoulder.
Whoopsie. Too what? You had too much on it.
Yeah, don't know your own strength, mate. Too much power. Well done. Great stuff, mate. Now get your feet on the railway tracks, mate, so they're parallel with the hips. That's it. That looks good. And once you get that lumbar curve, let's go on an in-breath. Feel that weight over the hands. Feel the weight over the hands, mate.
In-breath.
That's great. Now cycle a breath there, TJ. Cycle a breath. That's it. Get that weight over those hands. Nice and stable. Now, if you were to lift the right hand up, you would only be able to do it if that left foot was helping you stabilize.
His right knee kind of way out to the side. I don't know if you can appreciate that on your.
No, not in this angle, but that's fine, TJ.
Okay, there you go. There you go, too.
Good in-flight adjustment.
Yeah, right?
I'll cycle a breath, and then in-breath, and then on the out-breath, pull that elbow up. Only if you feel stable, mate. Don't roll the dice on it. If you can visualize it in your head, and then place it back down, brilliant, mate. Brilliant. Pull the knee back under. TJ, this is magic, mate.
Okay.
Good awareness to reposition that hand. Shoulders over the hands. Tuck those left toes under because you're going to move the right foot. That's it. Now on an in-breath, that weight is going to stay over your hands and you're going to gracefully, don't put all your power into it. That's it, mate. You know what you're doing now, mate. Cycle a few breaths there. And then if and only if you can unweight that left hand with it still on the floor, unweight it, If you feel stable, big. That's a real good effort, TJ, and we'll leave it on there. But I think the take home for that, though, mate, is you only go for that move if you feel stable. Now, if you can't visualize it, and if you don't feel stable, if you roll the dice and go for it, it's of limited benefit. You know, I know it's you've got a great appetite for trying to take on a challenge, but if you can't visualize the movement, and if you have to throw yourself into it, there's little and sometimes negative in there. But mate, that was that first successful one, mate. That was really encouraging, and I'm sure you'll reproduce that in your own time. Any questions on that, TJ or Julie?
Nope.
Yeah.
Good.
I just
Thank
saw
you.
your phone there. You're messaging your mates there, Julie. You should be concentrating. Gary, you're next up, buddy. To be disciplined with it, mate. Excellent. Remember, one hand, then the second hand. Pause to cycle a breath. And replace. Excellent, Gary. Now, one thing I would notice there, and this is a little bit of a habit you have, mate, is that you move to the rear to load the legs or load the hips. Make sure you keep the shoulders over the hands so that both upper and body can share the load. Upper and lower can share the load. Gary, that is brilliant, mate. Mate, really competent, that, bud. Let's go for another round. Say hands under the shoulders. Cycle a breath. Pull that hand in. No, right hand, mate. Right hand, not the left. Not the left. Right hand. I think you disturbed your position there, guys. It would have been impressive if you'd done both sides.
So your foot's way over to the back.
Remember to visualize first. That's really impressive, Gary. Really impressive, mate. Now, before you move that leg, mate, that's it. Just make sure you're really happy with the quality of your quadruped. You know, the head up, looking forward. Leg goes out first. Now make sure you can visualize the movement. Good reset. Get yourself solid. Have those fingers spread. Excellent, Gary. That looks really solid. Excellent, mate. That's one for you to keep practicing because you've got one hell of a firm base there, mate. I was really impressed with that. That's great, Gary. Solid. And we'll move on to Mary now. That's an excellent performance. Mary, would you like to do the same or would you like to baby crawl? The choice is yours.
I mean, either way, I could baby crawl, I think.
Okie doke. Let's see them. Head up, looking forward. That's it. That's it. I want you to think about it when you practice this, is that the hand should go down underneath the shoulder. Now, if the hand moves first, well, if it's going to move, it's got to reach, hasn't it? And so the torso has got to be moving for the hand to be able to be placed under the shoulder, which then means either the arm and the leg have to move at the same time, or if you want to slow it right down, the leg goes first. Now relax, Mary. Nice and relaxed, head up, looking forward. That's it. That's okay. Excellent. Keep that head up, looking forward. Mary, that's great. That's great, Mary. Well done. You're getting a gold star so far, you, Mary.
Yay.
Well done. Und jetzt, Frau Bewegung.
I know you're
Glad Winkelman.
Well,
Well, creepy
Yeah.
crawl, I think would be best.
yeah, I think it will be worse, but okay.
So keep those knees a little bit lower to the floor if you can. It's nice. Try and get the head up, looking forward, Linda.
The neck is complaining a lot today.
Yeah, that was great, though.
Yeah.
Anything you want to remark about that, Linda? Or did it feel comfortable?
I just keep going.
Yeah.
Well,
so
the
I'm
manager said what you like to do least is probably best, so yeah.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
Just on creepy crawl. What we want to try to see is, so you get a piece of paper underneath those knees.
Yeah.
Because the higher the knees go, you see where the hips go?
Yeah.
And that changes it, and it changes the loading on the shoulders as well. Down here. That's much better.
You always make it look easy, but it's not.
Well, I don't know about that. Like, Jules, I think you've had a Spider-Man in you, haven't you?
Can I just ask a question there? You're talking
Yeah,
about
of course.
I haven't done the Spider-Man, no. But I was going to do the creepy crawl, and you said that the higher the knees, the higher the hips, and then the loading on the shoulders, it's harder on the shoulders, right? It's more pressure.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Well, no, Jules, does that not jive in your head?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Oh. I was going to say that at the moment anything doesn't chime with the way you think, do not blindly follow. Certainly, well, don't blindly follow anything. Certainly anything I say.
Sense. I just wanted to ask. Yeah. So
Always look for an understanding.
pushes.
Because if someone can't explain it in simple terms, they don't understand it.
Yeah.
I think I'm paraphrasing something which has been misattributed to Einstein there, but he was probably copying me, to be honest.
So
head up, looking forward, mate. That's it. That's nice, mate. That's really good. So your sort of next challenge is to get both limbs moving at the same time.
okay. Yes.
You know, and then that will really take the load off the shoulders.
Yeah.
You know, that's a little bit of a double-edged sword when you slow down the crawling patterns, because that hand should be going underneath the shoulder, the torso should have moved forward. But then if you move the torso forward, pause, and then move the hand, it's a difficult or unstable position, especially if your knees are raised. But well done.
Thank you.
Head up, looking forward, Linda.
Oh,
All right, Tom. Got to do whatever the spider can, mate. Watch out. That's nice, mate. That's nice. When you get that long leg, because what you can try and do with it, you know, to get a little bit self-indulgent with it, but then it also ups the quality, is if you can almost go into a press up. Well, go into a press up on it, and that gets you lower to the ground. If I see if I can show you what I mean. Don't think the glasses will survive a Spider-Man. So, from there, come down, down. So you get right down into it like that. And then up. But you're coming on great with that, Tom. That's really starting to get there. Amber, what have you got for us?
I want your help. I cannot get my weight when I go to breathe. I cannot get my weight in my feet.
Right. So I know you can get the starting position.
All right. Right now, I'm getting it here, but
Yeah.
not here.
Right. So what I'd like you to do in this position here, first of all, is make sure those hands are right under the shoulders.
Okay.
And then instead of trying to crawl forward, I want you first of all to lift one hand, put it back down. Then lift
Okay.
the opposite foot, put it back down. But get into the creepy crawl position. So load those toes.
Okay.
That's it. Now get your empty step first. That's it. Lift it and push it back like that. Now, if you have to
The
pause in between,
problem, I can't. Yeah,
you
I
just,
can lift that one.
yeah, pop it down.
Only one I can lift. I cannot lift any other.
Well, here's something you can do to try to start off. So lift your first one, and don't have to bring it out here or there or anything like that. All you want to do is disengage the toes.
Okay.
Then put your knees down. Lift the other one. Up on the toes. Hand. And when you do the hand, you're going to have to shift your body weight and do the hand. And then you can just go around each limb like that. And just get used to controlling your weight in that position. Have you anything that might help Amber there, Dominica?
You kind of went exactly where I was going to, Steve, that I think sometimes it can be so helpful taking your time with this in the stationary position before thinking about moving. Let me ask you this, Amber, because if you saw what Steve was showing there, getting that toe off the ground is just a slight bend of the knee. On that, you know, I could see what you were talking about, where on the left side, you can pick up that toe. On the right side, you don't feel like you can. My question to you is, if we put you into a different position, do you feel like you can bend that right knee?
If I baby crawl, I'm fine. It is the introduction of the toe. It won't do it.
I get
So baby crawl me, I'm fine.
I
So
think,
I
Dominica,
can be okay.
But what
It is when the toe comes in.
so
yeah, Amber, if you go into quadruped on all fours, like you were about to, but you're totally still, and you are, can you go into quadruped now?
Yeah.
Are you doing that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it may be the camera angle. When you're in quadruped, it looks like you like to set up a little bit narrow, meaning
Okay, here.
talking about with your hands under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. That looks better. Good.
Okay.
Now, are you able to tuck your toes here, leaving the knees down? Are you able to tuck your toes?
I can tuck them and I can do that.
Yeah.
When I lift up, I cannot.
Yeah, I don't want you to lift yet. I want you to keep everything down for now. Keep toes tucked. Can you bend your left knee just a little bit, just so that toes come up off the ground and go back down? So it's just bending the knee. Even
Like
small,
that?
even that was good. Even smaller, even smaller move. Yep, just like that, up and down. And just do one more, just up and down. Yes, much smoother, more controlled. Now can you do that on the other side? That's all you're lifting. Good, good. So make it even a little smaller, more controlled, back down. So we can see in this position, you can do it. It's still a little bit harder on the right. But you can do it. So now it's just a matter of slowly, with control, as this starts to feel more comfortable, then go ahead and lift the knees. And it doesn't have to be right now, but just this small in-place movement, just that little bit of knee flexion, because what you're showing that right side right now is it absolutely can do it. So it's just giving it the chance to experience that a little more slowly, a little more progressively, so that your nervous system can feel safe with that.
Okay. Good.
That was really nice and controlled.
Hey! Well, that one we knew I could do. Okay. Oh.
yeah, Amber, that's good enough.
I'll keep going. That helps. Thank you.
Absolutely good enough. And
yeah.
And if you remember
Thank
what we
you.
got with what we got from Timor, visualize it first. Because when you visualize it, that doesn't suck all of the, all of the fatigue into your muscles. So you can visualize it,
Okay.
get the feel, visualize it, and then go through it again. But the progress doesn't have to be today. You've already got some progress. And if you can just go round the position, lifting all of the limbs in the creepy crawl, and then if you can't visualize it, and if the feeling isn't there that it's going to be successful, well, then just drop the knee down and lift it then. But that was great, Amber. Cheers, Dominica. That was excellent.
Thank you.
Rightio, we're going to stay suspended spine. And we're going to have either the frog flow or the crawling into the squat. And so we can start off with a masterclass from Spiegelblatt Winkelmann.
The name is better than my movements are, but okay.
That's great, that, Linda. If you were a cat, we'd have to put a little bell round your chin. Otherwise, be knocking down for the birds. That was like a prowl. Excellent. Great awareness, thinking about your foot position. Big breath in. Push your feet through the floor.
I always get nervous at this point. I don't know why it doesn't come today. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Don't apologize. Some days it's there.
Yeah.
Nice, slow and smooth.
Some days are better, some days are worse. Look for the blessing instead of the curse.
Hey, did you just make that up?
No.
Well, you've more than made up with the smoothness of that transition there, Linda. It's great. That's magic. You know, really good. Tom, what do you fancy, mate?
Frog.
Tom and I are both excited because it's the Red Sox first real spring training game today.
You live in Massachusetts?
I do.
Oh,
Do it again.
what part?
As far west as you can get without falling into New York State.
Which is why you don't have an accent.
Yes. I am.
Because I'm from Worcester, where we have one.
Yes, I don't park the car. We have ours out here.
I thought the Red Sox had a shocker this year.
Hey, we have nowhere to go but up from last year.
Yeah. Well done, Tom. It was excellent, mate.
Thank you.
TJ.
Do quad to squat.
Yep, that's it. Quad to the squat, mate. Nice transition, mate. Really nice transition. Excellent. Really good, that, mate.
Mm-hmm.
So both sets of toes are going to have to go under, mate. That's it.
Wider.
Now, there's no rush. Just control your breathing.
That's good. Yep, they look good.
That's it. Good move. Great stuff, TJ. Just get that breathing under control, mate. Don't worry about your hips. Just worry about your breathing.
You good?
You good?
No.
Excellent. The weight on the hands and move. Just crawl them back.
Well,
Yeah.
No. He's
No. As in towards Julie. That's it, mate. You got that heel down.
Breathe.
And breathe. That's it. Just enjoy that position.
Enjoy is a strong word.
That's it. Now, don't so much sit back. Just broaden your chest. Get that chest up and out. That's it. Excellent, mate.
Mm.
And just alternate those hands coming up. That's it. Big breath in. TJ looks superb, that, mate. That looks really good. Now, Julie's there behind you. If you feel confident, take a big breath in. Visualize it first of where you're going to stabilize and take both hands up if you can. Don't rush or throw yourself into any position. That's it. That's great, mate. Excellent. Cycle a breath in there if you can. Cycle a breath.
Oh, going back.
Just push his weight forward, Julie. That's it. That's magic, TJ. You crawl forward out of that, mate. Crawl forward out.
Push you. Crawl forward out. Breathe.
Small steps with the hands. Small steps with the hands. That's it. Get your weight onto them. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Great stuff, TJ. That's magic, mate. Really good. Let's have a... Oh, mate, and what a graceful transfer that is.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you now about what you said about the Turkish get-up.
so this is, big help.
What'd you say?
Just been a big help.
It's been a big help, the Turkish.
Well done, mate. Well done. Gary?
Good job, Dave.
If you can follow up on that performance with the raised paw. Don't rush into it, mate. Just control your breathing. Think about your feet position. I'm not saying to change it. You just go where you think you need them to be. So keep the weight on those hands, mate. Walk them back. Keep the weight on the hands. And breathe. Just cycle a few breaths. And then if you're going to lift your hands, mate, just bend from the elbows. That's it. That's good. Now you had a taste of that. Control your breathing. Big breath in, and then do it really nice and slow on that controlled out breath, forced out breath. You can just lift those hands. Don't sit back. That's cool. That's cool. Because the great thing about that is, mate, is that the hands are there to take you.
Nice.
Yes.
Wow.
Unlucky, mate. Mate, you held that for about 5 seconds. That was
Yeah.
grand, Gary. Grand.
Good.
What you can do is just get the feeling of what it is that tips it one way or the other, and what makes a difference with that. And the more you can just get experience breathing in that position, the more you'll gain awareness around that. That's excellent work, mate.
Thank you. It's like
Amber?
I get close to the tongue
Yeah.
and
Yeah, and then we'll do open half kneeling.
think so.
That's nice, Amber. So get your knees under your hips before we start. That's it.
Yeah.
And feel the weight through the knee. Yes, Amber. It was really nice.
The other one is hard. It's gonna be hard.
An in breath. Want to feel the weight on that left knee, and you want to feel it like,
I know.
like the whole of the left side is a post.
Crap. The left side is
Amber, Amber, here's what you can do. If you stay where you are, but go into quadruped. Now bring that right foot forward outside the right hand.
right.
Yeah, put the foot on the ground, foot on the ground. So go into forward half kneeling, but have the hands down. So go back to the quadruped position. And now I want you to go into the forward half kneeling position, but with your hands on the ground. So just bring that right foot forward. That's it. Yeah. Yep. Just like that.
Okay.
And then big breath in. Yeah. Amber, keep your hand, it's all right. Go back to where you were. Go back to where you were. And keep that left hand on the sofa. Now, you want to get that right knee at 90 degrees. At the minute, the foot's a little too close to you.
Wait, get it right like that? No.
Just so it's at 90 degrees, it can stay open. That's it. Perfect. Perfect.
Okay.
Now keep that hand down, but on the edge of the sofa, and get tall. Get tall over that left knee. Big breath in, fill the abdomen. And then don't lift the left hand. Just take the weight off it.
Like that. Oh,
It's all right. Amber, that's fine, though. That's fine.
okay, sorry.
Yeah, don't apologize. It was really good. And we will finish with a TGU. What?
What?
Oh, who've I missed? Anyone? No. I thought I had an objection there.
I haven't done it.
Ah, Mary, of course.
And me.
And Jules. Sorry. I've been accused of forgetting about you before, Jules. You got a complex.
Right.
Right, yo, Mary, are you familiar with the frog flow?
Well, I've been watching the different sequence.
So if you can get into a quadruped, you're going to need a bit of space behind you. So you crawl forward into quadruped and crawl to the camera. Head up and look forward. Got to know where you're going. That's it. One more. Okay. Now go back into the squat position. So think about where your feet are. Don't just dive straight into it. That's, there you go. That's magic, isn't it? Now. So Mary, no, Mary, come back into the quadruped position where you were. And so you moved into that position a little quick. So what I'd like you to do is just pause and just have a little think about where your feet need to be for you to be in the perfect squat. And once you're happy that the feet are aligned for that, now just move back into that squat. Perfect. Now just breathe there, and then one hand, then the other, go into a crab position. Or both hands together, if you've got that sort of mobility. And then that's it. And then one leg forward. And back. Other leg forward and back. Now, once again, think about your feet position. If you have to change them. You're going to go back into a squat. So,
I don't know.
That's it. That's okay. You're doing great. That's magic. And then come forward and get into a kneeling position.
No, she's still at work. Tennis that thing over.
That's it. Now, if you can that's it. Just stay in a tall kneeling position. Now, if you can, you raise your hands over your head. And then, that's it. And then I'd like you to, with your hands over your head, if you can. If not, bring them down. I want you to turn and look over. Turn around to one side, then turn around to the other. Turn the shoulders, not just the head. That's it, Mary. Brilliant. Integrate your breathing. That's great stuff, Mary. Well done.
There you go.
Yeah. And now I deliberately left Jules to the last because...
Go, Jules.
Frog flow, Jules.
Save the best for last.
Nice, mate. That's great. Now slow this transition down. I'm going to pause. Sort of scooted through it a little on the way through.
Fell back a bit.
Now stand if you can. Big breath in. Now you can alter your feet position now if you want. I'm not saying you need to, but you just think about, what you need to do, and then back down into your squat. That's nicer, mate. You're getting a little less of those knees caving in, and then down into quadruped and tall kneeling, and then go through forward half kneeling both sides. That's it. Shoulders back, mate. Get tall with shoulders back. Yes. Really nice. See, that's why I left you to the end, so you could show everyone how that was done. Right, we can finish off with the TGU if everyone's got time. Obviously, if anyone hasn't, feel free to leave without blot on your name. And Dominica, if you want to talk people through on the TGU, I will put myself on metaphorical mute. And Linda.
Now I do something. I plan to freeze before you gave Jules the third. Oh, hands up. Yes.
Looked really nice, smooth, Lyndon. I like seeing those position adjustments that you periodically made, really checking your setup. Great job.
Yeah, thank you.
It's also a nice pause at the elbow there. A couple weeks ago, the temptation to blast right through that was big. So nice seeing the recognition of that position and the importance of it.
Yeah, side is that over.
Just even having the awareness of those side to side differences is a really important step in starting to bring them closer together. I think sometimes we underappreciate that. We can't make something, better if we don't recognize that there's work to be done. But still nice control with that side and, being able to differentiate where things are a little bit harder from the other side. But that's where it's huge that the sides help teach each other.
Yeah.
And that first one, that was, das halb heißt sie Spiegelglatt.
I try to do this from kneeling to standing up, but I do it between the stove. I do it.
Oh, in the corridor.
Yeah, because I most of the times I learn. Yeah, sometimes it works, but not all the time.
Super smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Tom.
The Nice job on that side. Just remember, don't rush those transitions. Kind of each position, you kind of want to check and see if you're hitting your marks. Take that, time to see if you need to adjust. So nice job on that side as well. Kind of my same advice there. I think you're going to get more and more from the Turkish get up if you slow it down a little bit and really check to make sure at each position, are you kind of hitting those angles? Are you hitting your marks? You're nice and quick, you're nice and smooth, but I think some of that speed, you're losing a little bit of achieving a little bit stronger position. So, it doesn't have to be slow all the time. It's great to vary the speed, but now and then doing one where you cycle a breath at each position makes you have to kind of pause and see, am I in as ideal a position as I can be?
Yeah. Thank you.
Great stuff, Tom. Nice to see, mate. Mary, so you're having a little practice there.
So, yeah. Uh, is that good or should I advance it somehow?
Mary, have you had a chance to watch the recording of the session that Brett did with the group?
I have to look back and see.
Yeah, I think it was February 5th, maybe. If you get a chance to watch that, I think it'll help you kind of really understand why that first roll to the elbow is so important. I think you're off to a really good start. But it becomes easy to skip over that roll to the elbow and want to get right to the hand and more towards getting upright in the position. And a lot of the value from the Turkish get up is really in establishing that initial setup and being nice and strong in that roll to the elbow. So I think for not having gotten to see the session with Brett, you're doing a great job getting started. And if you get a chance to watch that, I think it'll be helpful.
Thank you.
Dominica, Mary, did you use the same arm on both? Did you use the same left arm high on both sides? I thought you
thought I switched, but yeah.
Okay, so your up arm should be the same side as the up knee.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Nice catch there. I should have seen that. Thank you. So it's kind of a simultaneous, you're driving through the heel of that foot as you're reaching with that hand. So yes, that's important distinction. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, I like the same hand better.
Yes, that's very, very important catch there. I should not have missed that.
Oh,
Nice getting up onto that elbow though, Mary. It was really great progress. I put the link to Brett in the chat if you want to get that out while we're
okay.
still ongoing. Amber.
Alright.
How far would you like to go, Amber? Do you think you can get
I'm
into the
getting
half kneeling?
better.
Tom, we need one. Amber, that's brilliant.
No. That one, I'm not. I, what? I don't know.
Okay, well, that was good job getting up there, Amber. And
Okay.
how did that
So-
feel to you? How similar or different does it feel to you side to side?
I'm getting more stable, not enough yet on the left
Mhm.
side. Not stable. Getting better.
Yeah, it was good work both sides, and you know, using the opportunity, especially in the parts where you feel the most unstable,
Yeah.
instead of speeding up, slow down. Take the opportunity to pause, cycle a breath, then go to the next thing. And
Okay.
but it's coming along nicely.
Thought that was great, Amber. Well done.
Um,
And also, it's what is clear is your hearing is improving as well.
I know. I'm really happy.
That's great. Great to see.
Mm-hmm.
Jules?
that's true.
Jules, that was really nice on that side. As you do the other side, one of the things that I'm just going to be a little bit picky about is on that transition, especially as you're coming back down from standing into the half kneeling and then before the leg sweep. I really want you to pay attention to what's going on there and not rush through that part. Very nice job there, Jules. And definitely a lot more attention on that second side. Your mobility is good. And sometimes having that mobility allows you to kind of cheat your way through something a little bit. So that was much cleaner on the way back down, making sure that you kind of hit the separate positions instead of letting it all melt together. Again, you're doing a great job overall. So I'm going to give you something a little more nitpicky. As you're about to go from that half kneeling position to standing, are you able to tuck that back toe?
On the right foot.
On either side. I really want you to pay attention. If you're able, before you go from half kneeling to standing, that back toe is tucked. Okay.
The right foot is harder to tuck, but
okay. Yeah, so just something to be aware of, and I think it's going to feel easier to make that transition from half kneeling to standing as you're able to get those toes tucked under a little more.
You kind of push off more, don't you, if your toes are tucked?
Yeah, it gives you kind of a little stronger base to, the front leg's doing more of the work, but you're going to be more stable coming off of those back toes tucked.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah. As you say, mate, you'll get a little bit of a push off, but it will also be engaging your glutes to keep you nice and upright. But on that, when you're in that forward half kneeling, just pay attention to making sure you've got the optimum posture. Because do you remember, if you get that forward knee at 90 degrees, and then you go into dorsiflexion, because you load the calf spring then, and that's what gives you the anti-gravity belt. But if you start off in the dorsiflex position, you can't load it. You see what I mean?
If you're in a better dorsiflex position, are you more likely to have your chest up as well? Because I find that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, if
sort of, I want to be like that, but I know I should be like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll if I just put myself on, and Dominica can critique me now. What I'm talking about, and I'm pretty sure you get it. Is when you're in this position, toes tucked. Yep. And so if this is at 90 degrees, you get that maximum range of dorsiflexion. And then exactly what you're saying, you can get the spine stacked up all on top of that foot. So your center of gravity stays over the foot. You've got your calf spring loaded, and you just come straight up. In the same way that when you come down, you dorsiflex so you can stay over there, and then you reach to the rear rather than sort of step back. Now, what happens if you get here and you start from that position? Well, first of all, you haven't loaded the spring. But then also, if you haven't loaded the spring, you need that extra oomph. So that's why you were coming forward like this, to get your weight over that foot. But then everything's all like the tower of Jenga. So when you're coming up, your center of gravity doesn't stay in one position. So you have to control it backwards and forwards. And then also, you have to get more from the back foot. And so it becomes a step forward rather than a push up. And if you're stepping forward, well, you've got all of that momentum. That's great for getting you up there, but then you've got to control it for going forward. So from here, it sort of then becomes, you get up, but it's just not as clean. Does that reinforce those points for you, Jules?
I totally get it. Yeah.
Yeah, Kushti.
Thank you.
All right. I'm sure all our American friends know what Kushti means.
When you said it, I sort of think what the origin is. Couldn't place it.
Sorry, mate, say again.
When you said it, I was trying to think where that might have come from. That's all.
Or Cushy.
That's been
Mostly associated with Only Fools and Horses, isn't it, with David Jason, but it's a Scouse term as well as a Cockney one. Yeah.
sounds.
I'll interrupt our Britfest. And Gary, you're next up, mate. Sorry, Dominica, you know I can't resist it. I can't keep my gob shut.
Go right ahead. Nice progress on, controlling your descent, Gary. Definitely, I can see a difference from last week. Just don't feel like you have to rush there. If you want to take the opportunity to pause and cycle a breath at any point, there's almost always value in that. It was a nice transition there. Okay. So I really liked there how even when, initially it felt like you were starting to lose control of it. You didn't just let yourself kind of go all the way to the ground. You kind of caught it and controlled that final descent. You really can see a difference when you do pause and focus on the breathing a little bit. It helps quiet the movement down, bring it more under control. So nice job with that.
Thank you.
I guess this might help. You can review the video on this. It's because it obviously helps to have steps and procedures which you've got going up through the Turkish get up and getting into the quadruped, but to come back down, you're here. So take a hand out wide, same side knee comes towards the other hand, and then you push through the wide hand, the weight on the hands, and then that hip comes down. And then open out. Then you're back in your start position. Counter reach. So just to show you to the other side. Hand goes wide. Not so wide that you can't put your weight through it. You've got to be able to put your weight through it. Knee comes forward towards the other hand. You push into the hands, particularly the wide one, and you lower down. Hand comes up. Knee comes up. You're back to that start position.
All right.
So cut that out of the video, mate. Or if you have any dramas with that, give us a shout. I'll get you the clip.
All right. Thank you.
No problem, mate. That was. Tell you what, Gary. There's a hell of a lot of improvement is shown tonight, and real useful building blocks for your further improvement. Movement begets movement, mate. TJ, you take this one home for us, mate.
Ding ding, one tree.
Take one hand wide. That's it. I'll take that knee. That's it. Brilliant, mate. Awesome. DJ, that's great, mate. Really, really good. Sorry, Dominica. Button in again.
Feel free, Steve. TJ, I saw you put a lot of attention into your setup there, which is great. I saw you using, kind of that thumbs up cue from Brett. On the other side, just think about, see if you can not throw yourself into the movement quite as much, because on the first side, you had kind of a pristine setup, then a little bit of really kind of launching yourself into it. See if you can use the breath more to kind of initiate that start. That was a tremendous job, kind of working through that and figuring it out, TJ.
That was awesome, TJ. Awesome. So TJ, do you want to go back into the quadruped position, mate? That's great, mate.
Good. Mhm.
There's a wall behind you. There's a wall behind you, Dad. Okay.
Mhm.
Really nice control on the way down there and unrolling. You get down nice and smooth.
Awesome, TJ. Really, really impressive. Both sides, outstanding, mate. Mhm. I'll like I said to Gary, I'll get the extract that clip out, but I can use the clip of yourself there when you came back down, and you can get that sequence of steps. And you're going to be flowing through it top to bottom in no time, mate. It's really encouraging, and the combination, a number of movements in combination that this drill uses is going to be so useful to you. It's outstanding. Anyone, any questions? Anything to say about the session?
Good work.
It was great work, wasn't it?
Marathon.
It was. You got your cats there, mate. Yeah.
Domenico will understand where this is Mookie. You'll know where his name came from.
Indeed, I do.
Yeah. Well, guys, that's been a pleasure. I hardly noticed the time. You know, it didn't at all. It's flown by. Great session, guys. I'll get the recording up a wee bit later, and I'll see you all on Monday.
Thank you, Domenico.
I'll go on top effort. Thanks, Dominica.
Yep.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you.
Ta-ra.
Bye.